Well, I just thought I would do a quick review on the 2012 GSXR1000 for all the intermediate riders out there that might be thinking about buying one of these bikes. It really is a fantastic bike, and even though it's 1000 cc's and according to various sites on the internet has around 182 horsepower and 117 newton meters of torque. It is a very controllable bike with really smooth delivery and really is a joy to ride. I'm by no means an expert or anything like that and can only say what my personal views on it are, but if you're looking for a high performance Japanese bike, then you really can't go past something like a GSXR. I've ridden a few bikes previously. I've had a Ducati, I've had a Kawasaki, I've had a Suzuki 600, and I was pretty scared of going to a full litre bike, but can honestly say that the power delivery is so smooth, and it really comes down to just how harsh you are on the throttle. So if you take it easy on the bike, you'll find that it is an extremely easy bike to ride that's extremely comfortable as well. Just to point out some of the major new features on the 2012 model, the front brakes are monoblock twin disc Brembo brakes. They have a lot of stopping force and are very, very good at pulling the bike up quite quickly without being extremely bitey and trying to throw you off the front. The inlets for the air have been changed to allow more airflow inside and around the bike and to keep the motor somewhat cooler. The screen's a little bit smaller, not by much, but just a little bit. The bike comes with a drive selector option where you can choose between 3 different modes to ride with. You can have the A mode, which is standard, or you can shift into C mode or B mode, and you just do that by flicking one of the switches here, and that cycles through. If you leave the bike in C mode, turn it off, turn it back on, it automatically defaults back to A mode, so just something to keep an eye on. Bike redlines at about 14,000 RPM. You've got various things in here. You've got lap timer, you've got your odometer. This bike's only done 191k, so it is very fresh. You've got your trip meters, time, lap timers, full electronic speed indicator, and also the gear indicator, which is really good. You've got these various shift lights that come up along the bottom here, and they can also be programmed by the user. The front shocks and rear shocks are fully adjustable, but aside of that, everything else on the bike appear, at least in the buttons and control area, is all pretty standard and similar to the previous models. Fuel tank capacity 17.5 litres. Haven't had to fill it up yet. They've gone to a single exhaust, gotten rid of the twin exhausts of what they used to have. Bit hard trying to track down something that's going to slip on there in its place. Really interested in the Giardini pipes, but I was speaking with them and they don't have anything in development just yet for that. They expect it's going to be about 3 or 4 months off. The footrests are adjustable in about 3 different ways: up, down, forward and back. I've got mine on the low setting. And what is really good is that you do actually get quite a good amount of storage space. You can put your lunch or your wallet or phone. Let's get this in underneath under the rear seat, and you've actually got a fair bit of room down in there to hide all your stuff and keep your wallet or your phone secure. You can get a rear seat cowl for the bike that comes in a carbon fibre design and is about $250 to $300 depending on where you buy it. So all up, the bike is really good. I test rode a 750 GSXR before I bought this, and it felt absolutely great and was very responsive, very comfortable as well, maybe even slightly more comfortable than this. But the kind of colour scheme that you can get on the 1000, I think, is just so much more better than the 750. I've been riding probably for about 5 or so years, and even though it's a full 1 litre sports bike, it's all in the wrists. If you treat the bike with respect and you don't go too silly on it, you really won't have too much of a problem. The torque is just so good on it. The bike in itself is fairly forgiving. So even if you come into a corner and you're in the wrong gear, it will have enough torque to carry you through and get you through the corner and then out. The gear shifts are actually really nice and smooth on the bike, whether you're going up or you're going down. It's a really good bike to ride. I picked this one up for about $16,500 on the road, so definitely keep the GSXR in mind if you're going to go and look at a 1 litre bike.